It's official. Our media, like just as a whole, we're talking NBC, CBS, even Fox. I'm gonna toss you guys up in there because you are media, whether you like it or not. They are just the worst. This here is Gabe Gutierrez, and he works for NBC News. He's a correspondent based in New York and reporting for the Today Show, NBC Nightly News, and MSNBC. Now, as you can see, chants of "we will not comply" from gun rights protesters in Richmond, because the Richmond, Virginia 2A protests are taking place as we speak right now. And you got these sensationalists that operate in the news media who just want to push a real shit narrative over the truth, and it's bullshit. Would you like to know how we know it's bullshit? Hold on. Did you hear "we will not comply"? Or did you hear the Pledge of Frickin' Allegiance to the United States? What the hell? We will not. These are chants of "we will not comply." Bruh, Mr. Gutierrez, where are you from? Because it damn sure can't be the United States of America. I tell you that much. But there's also this isn't the terrible, awful incident that the media really wanted to be, the way that it was played up. See, a quick TLDR for those who may not know what's going on. Virginia and their governor Northam has passed a bunch of legislation that the people of Virginia are completely against. But what happened in Virginia is exactly the same thing that's happened here in New Jersey. The regular folks just get carpetbagged to death, all right? And have these fake, phony-ass politicians come out of nowhere and, with an agenda, and they're there to push whatever agenda that they have. And that agenda usually doesn't jive with the residents that they're supposedly representing. They call themselves leaders, but no. They are representatives. We live in a representative republic. And so, like right now, if you look at this one from Lois Beckett, Caleb Pepper replied to it, but she's complaining that there's no cops in riot gear and stuff like that. And that's primarily because it's just a bunch of Americans out there. And to illustrate my point, I found this tweet right here.
She's standing to my right.
I found this tweet right here. This brother just going, and he reminds me a lot of that. The other brother that got that got boosted for his 2A speech. But he says some really compelling shit right here. So, let's get into it. Hold on.
Okay, why am I out here? Basically, I'm out here because I got roped into it by the group of guys you see standing to my right. But the real reason I'm out here is I do not support in any way, shape, or form Governor Northam's and the Democrats' gun control. What I also don't support is the fact that every news piece you've seen on this weekend, they've always brought up the issue of race, as though it's nothing but white rednecks and hillbillies out here who care for the Second Amendment, when actually Black Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, Americans in general care about the Second Amendment. I work at a gun store part-time, and I can't tell you the number of customers I see of all races, all colors, all creeds, who care about the Second Amendment and who just want to peaceably live their lives, enjoy their rights, and the Second Amendment. So that's why I'm out here. And big media, mainstream media be damned. If you take a good look at me, you can see I'm a Black American, and all I'm out here for is to enjoy my Second Amendment rights. That's why I'm here.
Great. And tell us about, what do you think about the cordoning off that's going on out here of the Capitol area?
You know what? It's great. What we ought to do is everybody just walk up with master locks, put master locks on the gates, and lock that bastard in. That's what.
He's clearly talking about their Governor Northam, but once again, I'm like, I don't know the history of Northam and how he got elected into power there in Virginia, where I have lived for a relatively short amount of time during my first stint in college at Norfolk State. What up, Spartans? But either ways, here in Jersey, Murphy was, transplanted from Massachusetts. Like the establishment has their plan, their game plan, and they want to push it hard. And pushing the race thing has just been A1 number one on their agenda for the past 20, 30 years. So you got this chick, Cheryl Lynn Eiffel. Who is she? President, Director, and Council of the NAACP. Oh my God. The nation's premier civil rights law organization. Okay, so we know she's absolutely butt cheeks. But like many others, I'm monitoring the pro-gun rally in Richmond today. But I will not post pictures of people carrying guns and weapons of war today. Okay, so she clearly doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about because the governor made sure that nobody was able to carry their guns. I think he issued a decree. I'm not 100% sure about what was done, but he went out of his way to make sure that people wouldn't be able to carry while they were out there. I will not participate in hijacking of MLK Day. Yes, you have. No, you've participated in the hijacking of the man's legacy. Because the thing that, like, everything about Martin Luther King, everything about Black History Month, everything about all of that nonsense, just at this point lends itself to ridicule. Primarily because if you look at the state of quote unquote Black America, things are shit. So I mean, it's like, okay, it's nothing but lip service. That's all you've been doing for, like, you, the NAACP, all these organizations. That's all they've been doing is lip service while these communities turn to shit. Miss me. Massive, this is the crowd. Woof, man. That is a lot of folk. All came out there to support the Second Amendment. Then we have Michelle Malkin. If only as many citizens had turned out to stop refugee resettlement, #Stand with ICE, protest illegal alien sanctuary crime epidemics, and oppose Open Borders Inc., demographic conquest before it was too late, Virginia wouldn't be blue, and gun rights would be secure. I can dig it. 1 second. And then Jack Prosobic. This is awkward for the media. The only Nazi sign at the Virginia rally was about Ralph Northam. Sure, Ralph, thanks for your compliance, because that's something that did take place where they did a gun grab. And as I've gone on in several videos to explain how I really turned around on the Second Amendment, was watching as Venezuela's government turned guns on their regular everyday citizens who were just trying to pick up food and supplies that was airdropped in. So yeah, I'm with these guys, man. Seriously. It draws crowd, a fear of violence. And let's get one more in. Another white supremacist at the VA pro-gun rally. Just blew the doors off.
All right, how far did you have to...
Hold on, let's see. Let's go.
Oh, so what's your name?
My name's Mark from Northern Virginia.
Okay, where in Northern Virginia?
Northern Virginia.
Okay, all right. How far did you have to travel today?
2 hours.
And so why did you think it was important to drive those 2.5 hours?
One, I love this country. It's about the Second Amendment. It's about our ability to defend ourselves and our loved ones. It's not only a constitutional right issue, but it's also a civil right issue. The governor, who's known for blackface and or possibly having a Klan's hood on, has the audacity on MLK Day to declare executive order that would prevent people from lawfully protesting. This has been a long-standing rally where people have come and they have protested, and then on top of that, to add insult to injury, he wanted to push forth the narrative that white supremacists are stirring up issues.
And he wasn't the only one, now was he? You had this one guy drop this one reporter from, I think, from NBC. And NBC, man, what the hell are you guys doing? Who said how it was a white nationalist rally and the alt-right and all these other trigger words that they came up with in 2016, but unfortunately people are too slow and stupid to realize were initiated in 2016, like the OK sign and the like, to basically falsely tie either people or symbols or words to this notion of somehow the country reverting back to 1954 or some shit like that.
Comfortable here, haven't had any issues here. I don't know what the problem is. So it for me, as an African American on MLK Day, is critically important that we preserve the ability to defend ourselves and our loved ones. And I will not allow anybody to push a narrative saying that there are racist people at these rallies.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's probably some racist people at that rally, but let's not say like, oh yeah, the well isn't complete, isn't fully poised. I'm joking, but not really, because you can never really tell what's going on with somebody. But ultimately, I like how, like, the way I see it is that I have more faith, like the chances that you know, even if they are racist ass people in that space, of them just, oh no, let's turn on a nigger and string them up. The chances are slim to none. All right.
Not true.
Okay. Now your sign says "We will not comply."
Absolutely. Just as the sheriff in some of the counties have said, we're not going to enforce laws that are unconstitutional. We will not comply. We will do whatever means necessary legislatively, vote people out of office, make sure it goes through the court process, but we're not going to just lay down and allow people to strip us of our ability to defend ourselves and our loved ones. So,
unfortunately, and I don't mean to be a dick, sir, but you already have in a lot of ways. You know, like, it's how you. Michelle Malkin wasn't wrong when she said, you know, you've laid down so many times that now, as they go for the gun grab and the like, that it's, you know, like you wouldn't have to be here in the first place had we, particularly over the last 20 years since 9/11, just happily let the government get away with whatever the hell it decided to get away with, or whatever it decided to do. It was so strange. Why? Because I was actually in the military in 9/11 when it happened, and I watched as the American public, out of fear, really just relinquish a ton of rights, and the establishment took that as, okay, well, let's get as bold as humanly possible, and that's exactly what they've been doing over that course of time. So it's rough, but I believe in us. I believe in this country. I believe in the people in this country. I really do. Like I like it's in a lot. I actually am able to trip a lot of people up with this argument, particularly when it comes to Trump, because ultimately, you know, Trump is one American, but so are you. And it's not that, oh my goodness, my love for you, you know, saying, yeah, it is a genuine love. It is a genuine kinsmanship with my countrymen. That relationship, I feel, is stronger than any one president or any one mayor or any one governor. So, you know, man, yeah, tons of respect to the folks that decided to go on out there and, you know, march. Okay, so apparently this is the video with "We Will Not Comply." Caleb, you still got it wrong there, champ. But the deal is that they already declared that they wouldn't, particularly with the sheriffs and the like coming out, and you have 2A sanctuaries popping up now all over the country, with a few here in the great state of New Jersey. So, you know, no, don't comply. Don't listen to their bullshit, because what they want to do is they want to disarm so the actual violent takeover can begin, which is a lot harder to do when you got all these folks armed to the teeth, ready to go. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell, ding, for notifications, and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Are you for pro-gun control? Are you against gun control? Let me know where you stand with it. If you think I got anything wrong in the video, by all means, that's what I have a comment section for. Until the next one.